Amidst the current criticism and accusations of intensified political repression and backsliding on democratic reforms that she's been facing, especially from internal critics and international human rights organizations like Amnesty International, the Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan has vowed to change the constitution once elected for the second term as president in the October 29, 2025 elections. President Samia, who had for the past couple of years earned huge admiration and respect from both Tanzanians and foreigners as the first female president of Tanzania, who also stabilized the country after the death of her boss President John Pombe Magufuli, has vowed that if given the second term, she will facilitate the change of the constitution over the coming 5 years. This change is something that Tanzania really needs for better governance both within mainland Tanzania and in Zanzibar, and it is even a change that the opposition leaders within the country have been calling for, and therefore the same will come to happen once her re-election has been secured. Speaking from Zanzibar as she neared the end of her campaigns on the Friday of October 24, 2025, this is what she had to say on the matter.
On the issue of good governance, my fellow comrades, in our blueprint, we have promised to have a new constitution over the 5-year period ahead. It is an issue that our counterparts in the opposition parties have been yelling for quite a while now, and even some members within our party have been talking about this issue. And therefore we have said that over the coming 5 years, we are going to create a good environment, an environment of good governance, an environment of rule of law, and we are going to have a new constitution, my fellow comrades. This is what our blueprint says. Another issue that I want to touch on here is the issue of Tanzania's national defense and security of its citizens. As I earlier mentioned, my fellow comrades, we don't have any security challenge here. Since our successful struggle for the independence of mainland Tanzania, we have been able to run our country well and in peace. There is no question or alternative to this, and we will not entertain any games on this going forward. Another issue is diplomatic relations. My fellow comrades, for many years we have sustained our country's respect, and I pledge that we will maintain the good diplomatic relations. As you can witness, courtesy of the good diplomatic relations, we have visitors from about 6 or 7 countries who have come to observe how we are going to run our elections, and this issue equally doesn't have an alternative. We are going to work on it very well, so as to maintain our country's good stature, for us to be believed and dependable like how it is right now. We will do this while maintaining our country's stature, respect and nationality, my dear comrades. We are not taking ourselves there to mortgage our freedom, our revolution, the honor of our nation or our nationality. No, we are going there while protecting the honor of our nationality.
It should be noted that as Tanzania heads into these elections, President Suluhu has been accused of several issues, among them being the following 6 main issues. Number 6, elimination of political opposition, where critics say that the electoral playing field has been closed off to serious challenges following the imprisonment of rivals like the main opposition leader Tundu Lissu, who was arrested in April 2025 on treason charges after calling for electoral reforms, only to be released 4 days to the election, effectively barring him and his party Chadema from the race. To eliminate serious opponents, she has also been accused of unfairly disqualifying opponents like the presidential candidate for the Alliance for Change and Transparency Lahaga Mpina, who was disqualified on technical grounds despite a court initially ordering his reinstatement. Number 5, she has also been accused of cracking down on dissents, where human rights groups have been alleging that a climate of fear has been instilled in the country to silence critics ahead of the elections. Number 4, her administration has been accused of perpetuating abductions, violence and intimidation targeting journalists, activists and opposition members, with the abduction of former ruling party veteran Humphrey Polepole in October 2025 and the killing of Chadema activist Muhammad Ali Kibao in September 2024 having been pinned on her administration. On the same note, her administration has also been accused of harassment of critics, following the reported abduction of prominent media owner and government critic Maria Sarungi Sahai in Nairobi in January 2025. Number 3. Erosion of media freedom has also been cited as one of her administration's misdeeds, where it is accused that regulations have been used to stifle independent reporting and control of online information, with website and social media bans targeting social media platforms like X, Clubhouse and Telegram having been affected so far. The whistleblowing platform Jamii Forums was also suspended in 2025, which manifests the media censorship that her administration is said to be also perpetuating. Number 2. Despite creating a new independent National Electoral Commission in 2024, critics argue that it is not truly independent since the president retains the power to appoint and dismiss the INEC members, which undermines the commission's neutrality. Number 1. As we head into these elections, Tanzania has limited the participation of regional and international election observers, further reducing transparency. All these accusations only paint a dark picture about her leadership, accusations that she has betrayed initial reformist promises, where even though she initially received praise for reversing some of her predecessor John Magufuli's repressive policies, critics contend that she has since consolidated power and similarly adopted authoritarian tactics. Some analysts suggest that she has even exceeded Magufuli in some repressive practices, such as putting her chief opponent Tundu Lissu on trial for treason in a calculated scheme to only lock him out of the race. Anyway, when it comes to performance, it is worth highlighting that President Suluhu has overseen major development strides, where her administration has heavily focused on key infrastructure and energy development undertakings that will ultimately facelift the East African country, but it is uncertain what will be contained in the constitutional reforms that she seeks to undertake once elected for the second term. It is not certain if through the constitutional reforms, she will seek to eliminate term limits to enable her to extend her rule beyond 2031, or if she'll only undertake reforms that will strengthen Tanzania's democracy.
Nirudie tena wito wangu. Oktoba, Oktoba, Oktoba. Tunatiki, tunatiki, tunatiki na tunatikisa nchi, si ndio? CCM oye! Aya ndugu zangu, Oktoba sibaki mtu nyumbani. Wote twende tukapige kura. Wingi huu kaonekane kwenye viboksi vya kura kule. CCM oye! Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. Nendeni kachagueni Chama cha Mapinduzi kwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Rais wa Zanzibar, wabunge, wajumbe wa Baraza la Wawakilishi na madiwani. CCM oye! Asanteni sana, asante sana.
CCM oye!